Good morning. It's Sunday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. It was minus 21.8 degrees this morning at about 7 o'clock, and now we're about 7 below. And it's we've been burning a lot of firewood in the house. You can see the smokestack's blowing a little smoke this morning. So it's time to replenish the amount of wood that we have downstairs by the wood stove. I got this side-by-side started up, and we'll use it to grab some wood from the wood piles and take it downstairs. So while this warms up, I've got the furnace blowing in the gas furnace blowing in the shop. Gonna do some work in there today. So while I do that, we're gonna get the firewood stacked up and in the side-by-side, taken over to the house and then stacked in the house. We'll go get some firewood. Everything's just a little extra stiff sitting outside in this cold overnight the last couple days. So I've been pulling wood out of this stack. That little stack on that side is actually green wood. Some green oak. This is the last bit of this face cord. Then we got started the next row because all this stuff here on this stack has been already split and stacked this last fall and over this winter. So we'll get this little bit thrown in the back of the side-by-side. Everything's a little stiff. I don't blame it. It's 21 below earlier, 7 below now. All right, that's not enough. We gotta get some more. Another stack. Here we go. All right, here's the next two stacks I'm gonna tackle. These are some stacks that I split back in December of 2019, so a little over a year ago. It's some mix of some elm, oak, white birch, and we got these two face cord stacks. These two I had sold earlier this year as bundle wood, so I refilled them with some fresh red oak. So we'll get this side-by-side loaded up the rest of the way. Now this is some burning wood here. That should be good enough for now. Another 1 or 2 nights of this cold stuff, and then it's going to warm up a little bit here towards the end of the week. Okay, we're here. Time to load her up. Got this little quarter face gourd stack here that I stack wood in. The stage outside, our wood stove, as you can see, the pipe comes out there underneath the deck and then goes up. I gotta put some more siding on those from our old deck. Waiting for another project to get the siding. But we can take it loaded up. Someday I'm gonna have some IBC totes, and then I'll have to use a tractor to haul them down here. So I don't have to touch the wood so many times. But for now, this works. I got lazy last week and stood the side by side and dumped it on the ground. We're going through it so fast. Couldn't pay to stack it again. Now that we're going to be slowing down a little bit, so we'll stack it. Alright, so here's the inside. The wood stove, it's a Defiant Encore 1610, I think that's what it is. Interior wood stove. It's a non catalyst, I think that's what they call them. So there's no catalyst, but it does have a secondary burn chamber. So on this side is the damper which activates it. So I'm opening it right now so the smoke goes up direct. But there's a damper in there, and then the smoke will go down underneath and in the back and burn a secondary time. But she's roasting right now, a lot of coals, hot wood right now. This handle's really hot to touch too. So, I mean, it's cold out, so we got her going pretty good. I think I came down here at midnight last night, and there had to be a bed of coals about this deep in there, you know. So she was really warm. So some good wood burning. We'll shut it back down again. And that pushes, instead of the smoke going out right from the fire directly to the stack, it actually goes back underneath, and there's a chamber in the backside, and then it burns. Slow the air intake down. But we stage a little bit of firewood inside, especially for the overnights, so that in case you want to come down and throw some wood in, we don't have to go outside when it's 20 below. And we got kindling wood in the little copper bucket, and then some paper for starting fires. Although the last week haven't had to do many paper starts. It usually has a bed of coals left over in the morning that we can use to get the fire started. So that's the wood stove, our only wood heat that we use. Someday I'd like to put a wood furnace in the shop that we have. It's a 32 by 48 shop. Got an idea. I think I want to do like a lean-to, and then so that the actual combustion's outside, but the intake goes from the furnace, sucks air from the garage and then blows warm air back in. But we'll see. You guys get something set up. So that's it. That's this. We'll clean up some mess outside, and then we'll send you on your way. Well, I hope you enjoyed this process that I showed today. This is the basic steps that we use for gathering wood from our woods piles that are out in the wood yard, and taking them down to the basement for the wood stove and use in the houses. Now, that wood stove is primarily used for an extra add-on heat. We do have a gas furnace in the house as well, but with how cold it is, it's nice to have that heat in the basement, and it warms up the entire house for the most part. So it's nice to have that extra heat. Now, typically we burn anywhere from 6 face cords to 12 face cords a winter. Really depends on the year. A few years back, the propane prices were outrageous. I think almost 6 gallons of $6 a gallon, and we went through, that was the year we went through 12 face cord. We had that wood stove going as much as we could, so we wouldn't have to use as much propane. Now this year, propane was okay. Earlier this year, I think I paid 90 cents in December a gallon. Now it was just 180 for our lease tank on this shop. Someday I'd like to get a wood furnace added on to the shop, but that's going to be coming here maybe next year. Maybe I'll work on it this summer. Put a little lean-to on the backside with the wood furnace in it, with some intake and exhaust going into the shop and back out, just to keep the wood actual combustion outside of the shop where there could be potential for harmful fumes. But that's the process. Now this wood here is going to be primarily used for selling for campfires and stuff. That's 7 full cords, 21 face cord. I'm going to keep working on the ash. I've got some more cut up over there. The other 3 stacks, 36 face cord, is primarily going to be hardwood oak, and primarily used for our purposes, for burning in the wood stove and campfires and stuff. Maybe I'll sell face cord here and there, but that's primarily used for us. So I got to get some of those holes refilled. I've got a bunch of oak yet over here. Once I get through the oak, I'm going to probably try and get some hard maple and work through that. Hard maple seems to be good firewood too, and dries a little faster than oak does. So hope you enjoyed it. Now it's really sunny out, but don't let that be deceiving. It is, what, 7 below zero right now. It was 21 below zero earlier this morning. And the wind chills are pretty bad. It's windy out. I think we're going to see 15 to 20 mile an hour winds today. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you on the next one. Adios.